So earlier this week I found out that I passed my dissertation and I thought I would celebrate by doing a book haul. Since my last book haul, I've actually managed to gather together quite a few books and spend a minimal amount of money, which is pretty good in my books. So as I have a few books to show you, I will get on with it. So the first book I received this month was actually a gift from my Amazon wishlist. I hadn't actually mentioned that I have an Amazon wishlist in any of my videos, but I did leave a link in my last video. So for any of you who are interested, I do have an Amazon wishlist. I'll leave the link down below. I've had my Amazon wishlist for nearly 2 years now, so it's pretty hefty. Please don't feel like you need to buy things off of it for me. I thought maybe you'd be interested in seeing what I hope to buy myself in the future. Nonetheless, I was super surprised and super excited to receive this book from Rebecca H. I won't say your full name just in case you're not happy with me saying it on a video. Rebecca sent me The Silver Linings Playbook by Matthew Quick, which is something that I've been wanting to purchase for such a long time. So many times that I've nearly bought it off my Amazon wishlist and just never got around to it. So I got so excited when it came in the post and it was like Christmas and I didn't know who it would come from. I thought maybe I'd accidentally ordered something for myself and didn't realise that I'd done so, which kind of scared me because I've got no money. So this was so kind of you, Rebecca, and I feel so blessed to have such wonderful subscribers that do things like this and completely take me aback. So Rebecca, if you're watching this, please let me know down below, as I would love to contact you and hopefully be able to send you a thank you note or something of that kind in return. The next book I have to show you was actually sent to me by the publishers at Arrow Books, and I am so excited, and I have already read this book, and it is Dust by Hugh Howey, the third instalment of the Wool trilogy. I was so excited when they sent this book to me, and I have already read it and I will be talking about it in my March wrap-up. The next few books were actually given to me by my grandparents, as they always like to gift books to me once they finished them themselves. The first two are The Left Hand of God and The Beating of Wings by Paul Hoffman. These are the first and the third in a series, so I need the one that goes in the middle because my grandparents actually got that from the library, so obviously they couldn't give that one to me. So hopefully when I start the series I will have enough money to purchase the book in the middle so I can read the series fully. And the final book that my grandparents gave me was The House at Riverton by Kate Morton, and this was actually on my Amazon wishlist as well, so I had to take it off once they gave it to me. On the back of the book it says, "A story of love and mystery and a secret history revealed," which sounds like something I wouldn't usually go for, so I'm looking forward to getting into this book. The next book I have was actually given to me by my sister, and it is Life and Laughing, My Story by Michael McIntyre. If you don't know who Michael McIntyre is, that's his face there, and he's a British comedian who I find absolutely hilarious. There are definitely videos on YouTube of his stand-up comedy, and I suggest you all go and watch them because they are so funny. So I'm looking forward to reading about his life, and I'm hoping this will be a really funny read. The next three books I have were actually suggested to me by a university lecturer, as he thought it would be good for my project at the moment, and they are Invisible Cities, Mr. Palomar, and 6 Memos for the Next Millennium. They're all by a man named Italo Calvino. So far I've read Invisible Cities and I'm halfway through Mr. Palomar. As you can see, these are really tiny books, but they are taking me a little while to get through as they're quite philosophical and some of the writing is a little difficult for me to get my head around sometimes, so I'm taking my time with them and I'm hoping to get through them all soon. If any of you have read any of these books, I'd be really interested to hear what you have to say about them. Right, now on to the books that I have bought myself, and probably the ones I am most excited for. Now if you watched my last video, which was my bookshelf tour here at university, you will have seen this book, and it is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Yes, I have never read this book, and I'm really excited to getting around to it, and I love this cover. These Penguin English Library editions are absolutely gorgeous, and I'm loving collecting them. I'm hoping to read this soon, as it is a book I've been wanting to read for a really long time. The next book I picked up was from a charity shop for 80p, and it is Shadowmancer by J.P. Taylor. This is the first book in a fantasy series, the second is Wormwood, and I thought Wormwood was the first one, so when I realised that I had the second one and not the first one, I had to go and pick up Shadowmancer, which is the first one, if that made any sense. So I'm looking forward to reading these books now that I have the first one in my possession. The next book I have to show you I actually found in a charity shop as well, and it was 80p, and I'm really chuffed with this one because it's practically brand new, and it is The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, which obviously I've never read and a lot of people have and said it's amazing, and it's won loads of prizes and things like that. I'm really happy to have found it in this format because I often see this book in the shorter one, which is a lot smaller than this one, and I much prefer my books to be this size rather than the shorter size because the shorter size really annoys me. So hopefully I'll be reading this one this year as well. The next book I am so excited for because it gets so much hype on BookTube, and it is Me, Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. And I have been sent one of those really nice US Canadian editions that are really floppy and really nice to hold. Why don't British publishers print their books like this? They're so much easier to hold open and you don't break the spine, and they're just better. I'm really excited to read this book, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be reading it in April, so hopefully in my April wrap up you will see this book. And the final book I have to show you is probably the book that I'm most proud of this month, and I say proud because I found this book for £1 in a charity shop, and it is probably one of the darn sexiest books I think I've ever seen, and it is Moby-Dick by Herman Melville, and it is gorgeous. It's a leather-bound book and it only cost £1. Look at the gold lettering and the beautiful illustration on the front. How could you sell this for £1? And it's got an absolutely gorgeous spine as well, so I'm looking forward to having this on my bookshelf. So many people say this is one hell of an amazing book, so I am so happy to have such a beautiful edition of it to read. So that was my March book haul. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any opinions on any of these books, then please let me know down below. If you think I should read any of them super soon, then let me know. I shall leave links to my Amazon wishlist, blog and Twitter and everything down below. I think that's everything for today, guys, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I'll see you soon. Bye! And here is an overview of the bookshelf itself. So let's move on to the first shelf. Okay, so shelf number 1. We have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, Etiquette and